Alrighty, guys, it's been released. In the future forecast at tradeconfident.io, I've been talking to you guys about this on YouTube. We just released the coins that are expected to explode in 2025 with no tax. We have estimated, we've gone through, and we've curated the largest list that we can find online of the cryptocurrencies that are expected to have no tax in the US under President Trump. Trump came out and he said, no tax on tokens made in the United States. Here's the thing. I haven't seen anyone go through the hard due diligence of trying to figure out where the heck are all these cryptocurrencies made. So we put together a list for you guys, went through the top 30. It's a big spreadsheet. We actually put the tweets or the posts on X on this spreadsheet so you guys can see proof of what Trump said. And then to the left side, we ended up giving you guys a full list. The name of the cryptocurrency, the source where you guys can look online to see where the headquarters are of these different cryptocurrencies. I'm telling you guys, nobody online has done a list this big before. I can't find it anywhere, okay? And then what I did for you guys this morning, I put in bold the cryptocurrencies that we are, I would say, 99% sure absolutely meet no tax because they are made in the United States. I do think Trump is going to put this through, guys. Those of you who have a membership, those of you guys who don't, treat yourself. 25% off in the description. Watch this, download this, and we are going to keep the spreadsheet updated. So this is going to be well worth your guys' membership when you guys pay for that today. And then I'm going to go into an analysis of why this drop isn't over yet. But I do think we're going to skyrocket up here pretty soon. All right, now let's get into the analysis today. Guys, this is not time to panic, in my opinion. This is not time to panic. All that's happening is the big institutions are coming out and they are liquidating leveraged long trades for people who are going long. That's it. The next phase up, guys, is going to be so fast and it's going to be so strong that I've come out here and I'll put myself out here, guys, on YouTube. I believe in February, we have a moderate and aggressive target. I'm going to leave the aggressive, which actually I'll show you the evidence of my aggressive target for February. We're going to keep that for members here. But for those of you guys on YouTube here, this is a moderate, and I would even argue to say potentially a conservative estimate, 126,000 to 132,000 in February for Bitcoin. And this matches up with the cyclical cycles of 2025 matching in 2017 and 2021. Okay, I've shown this to you guys every single video I've done here for the last week, and I'm not going to stop showing it to you because you need to understand this. There's so much FUD right now coming out saying the top is in, Bitcoin top is in, we're going to crash down to $30,000 and $35,000. They're saying that in the most bullish cycle here. It's 2025. 2021, we put in 78% return in Ethereum and 8% of 34% and 44% for Ethereum. Do you guys know that 2025 is correlated to 21 and 17? 17, we did a 31.92, 48%, 214, 67, 161, and 26% for the first 6 months, okay? And you can see here, this for Ethereum, we're at 4.27. So we haven't even come close, guys. Listen, in the month of January for Ethereum, we were at 78 and we were at 31. Okay, we're less than 5%. That's where we're at today. And we're dropping even further. Guys, selling into this market right now, I think is absolutely one of the most silly things to do. Now, what's going to happen here? I do believe price could actually slide back a little bit further here, and I'm going to show you guys in the membership where I think this is. I think we actually do have targets down at like $93,000 and $94,000 we could be hitting. But during this moment, it really is all about getting situated, because this is why. Let me get out my whiteboard here. And I failed to do this in the future forecast, so I'm actually going to do this right now. So you guys are all going to get some member-only content here on YouTube because I don't want our members to miss this. And I apologize I didn't do this morning. Okay, here's what you guys need to figure out. I'm giving you guys the math of this. Okay, from what we can see, the cycle for altcoins, I believe, is probably going to top in September or October. All right. With the list this morning, okay, watch this, the no tax list. What I'm getting questions from our members is that, Travis, how do I structure my portfolio? I know you're not my financial advisor, and guys, I'm not a financial advisor, but what do you do here? How do you know if it's smart to go ahead and sell some? Like, let's say you guys go to that spreadsheet and you clearly see on there, like, oh yeah, that coin is definitely headquartered in Singapore. Like, it's not in the United States. And you guys look at the link and you're like, okay, well, yeah, Travis was right. Like, it's not in the United States. What do you do about the tokens and coins that potentially are going to have tax that you want to potentially sell and get into tokens that potentially will not have tax? Here's what you need to consider. I believe the alt season is going to peak in September or October. It could peak sooner. So if you have tokens that have been purchased before September or October of 2024, then what you most likely will be able to do in this cycle is accomplish what we call, let me go out, let's go to blue, okay? Long-term gains. And this is probably going to be taxed. I don't know what it is overseas, but you're probably going to be taxed about 20%. So if you guys ended up buying cryptocurrencies before September and October, and they're not on the list of no tax, what I'm saying is you may want to just hold on to those as they appreciate, especially if those are not XLM, XRP, and Cardano. The ones that have already ran, guys, they've already ran. I do think there's more upside potential to XRP and Cardano and XLM and Algorand. I think there's plenty of upside potential. But the question is going to be, all right, I looked at your list. I have cryptocurrencies that don't fall under the category of potentially no tax because they're not made in the United States. What do I do? You can choose, if you want, with your financial advisor, you can sell. And you can get into cryptocurrencies that potentially have no tax. But what I'm saying is if you guys bought those before September and October of last year, there's a lot of data that suggests the alt season is going to peak in September or October. So if you bought before then, you could start taking exits in May, June, July, August, and you potentially could have long-term capital gains and you won't have to screw it up because some of you guys have really low entries here. So I want to just paint this picture here. If you've purchased cryptocurrencies before September and October, I think it may not be a bad idea just to hold on to those. Now, look, if your whole portfolio, like if you guys go through the list and you're like, Travis, 80% of my portfolio is in cryptocurrencies that are potentially not made in the United States, then you need to make your own decision. If I was in your position, I'd get the heck out of a good majority of those and I would get into ones that are made in the United States. I'm not going to give away the official list here, but I will show you guys, I put my money where my mouth is, and I have never come out and said, guys, oh, this is something I think would be a good idea without actually already doing it myself. I have structured my portfolio so everything in the top, my top 5-6 holdings, these are all cryptocurrencies that are, I'm going to go on a limb here, quote unquote, verified online that they will have no tax. And there's a huge list we're going to give you this morning. I'm already set up because imagine this, guys. I've said this to you before, like, does this not make sense, guys? When Trump comes out and he puts an executive order, which I do think he's going to do this, and he says no tax on these cryptos, okay? No tax. I don't know why there's an in there. No tax. Everyone's going to shift, okay? People who are in, I don't even know, smoking chicken fish, it's probably not made in the United States. They're going to look to sell their really low altcoins, their market cap altcoins, or just ones that aren't made in the US, and they're going to transition to ones that are made in the US. Like, who's not going to automatically get no tax? Why would you hold on to a cryptocurrency unless you're in massive, massive gains? Because your massive gains have to outweigh the 20 to 40% differential there. Does that make sense, guys? If you're going to make over $500,000 in the US, you're going to owe about 40 to 45% in taxes. You're telling me if you make $1 million, you're going to just go ahead and give Uncle Sam $400,000 versus just taking that money, transitioning it into like Cardano or XRP or XLM, which we know are made in the United States, and you're going to pay yourself, you're going to sell and buy, and then pay yourself an extra 40%, $400,000. Guys, this is going to either shoot crypto to levels you've never expected before, or it's just not going to happen and we're going to go through our normal cycles. Both are bullish. I'm saying, why not look at the list, get into good curated projects that have utility, so if this doesn't work out, the market still goes up and you make appreciation, but also be in the ones that are in the US, because if Trump turns this thing on and the official list is sent out, it's already too late once the list is sent out. Did you guys get that? It's too late. What I'm trying to do is get you guys situated in here so that your portfolios are structured. So if the switch is turned on, you're already in. The moment the list comes out, you're going to see selling and buying. Guaranteed. Selling and buying is going to happen in a single day, and it's going to flood the market. I don't want to be the guy trying to catch up and get slippage and try to buy into these cryptocurrencies while the market's going up, okay? This is far more important than you guys believe. And you're like, well, I don't think Trump's going to do it. Okay, he may not do it. But why not be situated in projects that are really good anyways and have the benefit if it does happen? Okay? He used this as one of his talks on the podium to try to get people to vote for him. He would be an absolute hypocrite if he didn't try to at least make a solid effort of this. Okay? Guys, in the description, there is a link to our membership. It is $65 a month. It is ridiculously cheap, and we're going to give you 25% off on top of that. Okay? Watch January 7th, download this Google spreadsheet, keep it forever. And if we do any updates, you guys will automatically get updates for free as well because you'll have the spreadsheet. You don't even need to stay a member. Just get this list here, look through, and I put it on here an allocation part where you guys can actually allocate what is not potentially going to have any tax. And you can say, okay, here's my balance of that. And then you can reallocate on the bottom of what potentially won't have any tax. And you can see your readjustment or your rebalancing of your portfolio. Okay, guys, I know this is a longer YouTube video here, but this This is so important you guys watch this now, because we're literally, 13 days away from this potentially happening on January 20th or 21st if we see an executive order on the first or second day of Trump being in office. Guys, I'm telling you, you should be watching this as soon as you absolutely can. Download this and take it with you. I'm going to stop here. Everything is linked in the description. Get a membership, watch this, download it, and enjoy, guys. Bye-bye.